I want to tell you about a feature in Google Docs that you might not know about and probably aren't using. And that feature is something called building blocks. When you open up a Google Doc, if you go to the Insert menu and you look about halfway down, you'll see a feature called Building Blocks here. And you'll see that Google has created some building blocks for you of things that it thinks that you're going to use. Now, because Google is for businesses and such as well as education, most of these are going to be things that we don't wind up using, but they're worth giving a look at. One thing that I do think that you probably could be using is either this product roadmap, this review tracker, or this email draft. Okay, so let me just briefly talk about these different things. So if you are using the project tracker, this could be something that you use with your coworkers when you're all working on something together. It is nice because it's built in for you with these drop downs that are already set and ready to go. If you don't know about drop downs, I do have a drop down dynamo activity that you can look at that will give you more information. But you can simply type in the project here, any related files, any notes. You can even add additional columns. So if I want to know who all of this is assigned to, I can insert columns. Same thing with reviewer. So when we are working together, especially if we're working with students, the reviewer building block could be used if you have the students reviewing each other's work. And then the email one is great because if you are creating an email that you're sending out to a parent, or if you are doing some sort of weekly thing, you can use this to build that. So I would just be able to fill all these things in. So let's say I am trying to plan a very important meeting to one of my coworkers because we really need to sit down and discuss the very important things that we talk about here. What's kind of cool about this building block is if you see this M right here, it allows you to actually preview it in Gmail. So I can come over here, I can see how the message looks. If I want to, I can go ahead and schedule it or send it. When I'm working in this building block here, I can add additional content, I can change my font, so I can really kind of personalize this email to use. Now, one of the best parts about this new building blocks is you can actually create your own building blocks and then insert them and use them whenever you want. So a building block that I created is I created a grocery list. Every week I type out my grocery list and then I have it organized by section in the store so I can go through. So at any time I can add this building block and then I can add my content, print it out, use it as I want. I could also create a building block for my lesson plans. So you really have the ability to create any type of building block that you want and then use that building block in a way that makes sense to you. You can create project templates for students and then assign it in Google Classroom. If you have to write reports such as your IEP report or collect information from parents and you don't want to use a form, you could create a template for that. So there are so many things that you can do with these building blocks, either using the building blocks that have been provided for you or using the building blocks that you create for yourself. So I hope you spend a little bit of time exploring these. I am providing you with some reference material if you want to learn how to use them. But if you are more interested in learning how to use them, showing me what you know, you can complete the Google Classroom activity that goes along with this if you are so interested. Have a fantastic Tech Tuesday.